Welcome back to Chapter 5 of the cannabis graphic novels based on Moby Dick that I should be writing right now. And this one was actually quite easy. In Moby Dick, this is Chapter 5, Breakfast. This is where all the sailors go to breakfast, and there's laughter and laughter and laughter at their breakfast. And to me, this was easily the essay of 1912 by Dr. Victor Robinson called An Essay on Hashish. And so, this is very early in the hashish story. There's a medical doctor writing about it, and it's great. He takes it himself, and he talks about the peals of laughter that erupt from him. He talks about the visions that he sees. He waxes rapturously about the enjoyable effects of cannabis. And it's funny to me, I just read a review of that book in Nature magazine, which I read every week right now. And this review of this book back 120 years ago was so dismissive. Oh, who cares? It's too idiosyncratic. Nothing this guy is saying is worth reading. Even though what it was an excellent trip report by a doctor on how joyous this could make you. And the last piece I'll share from his essay was a tale that's gotten wider and wider circulation, which is that cannabis was discovered by this Sufi monk living in Iran. And I read off of that story. Haider was a rigid monk who built a monastery on the mountains between Nishabur and Rama. For 10 years, he never left his hermitage, never indulged in even a fleeting moment's pleasure. One burning summer's day, when the fiery sun glared angrily upon Mother Earth, as if he wished to wither up her breasts, Haider stepped out from his cloister and walked alone to the fields. All around him lay the vegetation, weary and without life. But one plant danced in the heat with joy. Haider plucked it, partook of it, and returned to the convent a happier man. The monks who saw him immediately noticed a change in their chief. He encouraged conversations and acted boisterously. He then led his companions to the fields, and the holy men partook of the hashish and were transformed from austere ascetics into jolly good fellows. At the death of Haider, in conformity with his desire, his disciples planted the hemp in an arbor around his tomb. And so a little hint of the Sufi hashish connection to come in Chapter 5, The Breakfast.